So you saw the Bronco debut, you're super excited, you went on the website, you typed in all your options, you made your reservation, and now we're going to question how long is it going to take to get it in your driveway. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the 392 Jeep Wrangler concept, where I think they're heading with that, and my thoughts on it. So let's get started with let's say we'll do the Bronco first. But of course, before we do, you got to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the bell notification. I know it's a lot to ask for, but come on, you can do it. Hit all those buttons, make sure you know when those new videos drop. Of course, I'm going to need all your comments down below on the Bronco delivery date, and I really want to know if you reserved one, and if you did, what trim level did you get, what package, what color. Let me know the options you picked. I'm kind of curious to see how everyone is speccing theirs out. Now the Bronco, let's talk about that. I think it's pretty cool the way Ford went about all the different options. This is definitely going to be a hardcore off-roader, especially when you can add the Sasquatch package to any model you pick, which gives you 35-inch tires, lockers front and rear, a couple other odds and ends. But you could get the base model Bronco, throw the Sasquatch package on it, and you got a big bad off-roader. Now, other options you can get with other models, like the Black Diamond, the Outer Banks model, the Badlands model, and you could tailor the Bronco to whatever you want. So you want a Baja-style runner type vehicle like the Raptor, you can get that, or if you want a hardcore rock crawler model, you can get that. So, again, you ordered your Bronco, how long is it going to take to get it? Believe it or not, Ford has gotten more reservations than expected for the Bronco, which honestly I'm not surprised, but they said if you were one of the early ones in, you'll probably be waiting till about spring of 2021 before you can take delivery. Now you're still just shy of a year out for that. Later reservations are going to be late 2021. Some may even see early 2022. Now, obviously, Ford said they're going to fulfill all reservations first before building or delivering any stock to dealerships. So, their prediction for dealership stock, which means if you just want to walk out of your house, go in your car, go to your local Ford dealership, and go look at a Bronco they have in stock, you're probably not going to see that till mid-2022. That's a long way out. So we waited 2 years for the Bronco debut, and it looks like we may wait another 2 years before we see it at the dealership. So this is kind of crazy. I'm not even sure what to think about that. But I guess the only way you're going to do it is, again, if you reserved it, you'll have it probably a year before everybody else. I expected a couple months, maybe like 6-8 months, but not a year and a half to 2 years. That's absolutely insane, but it is what it is. I mean, it's going to be a big hitter. A lot of people reserved it, obviously, and I've talked to so many other people who want to just walk into the dealership and check them out and possibly buy one that way. But if you do that way, again, long wait. Alright, with that out of the way, let's talk about Jeep's little tactic. The morning of the Bronco debut, I'm pretty sure it was the morning of. I think it was the morning of. They released a video of the 392 equipped Jeep Wrangler. Oh, that was a shot. That was a shot at the Bronco. And now they decided to throw a 392 6.4 liter V8 engine under the hood. Now, I believe there is a very good reason why they did this. I think there's like a lot of good reasons why they did this. But we know the Bronco is coming with a 2.3 EcoBoost 4-cylinder turbo engine. It's getting a twin-turbo V6 EcoBoost engine, no V8 option. Now, the reason I think Jeep went around and did this, especially right at the Bronco launch, is because the Bronco is not offering a V8. And if you followed any of the Bronco forums, you'll find out that so many people were really hoping to get a Coyote engine or some sort of V8 engine in the Bronco. It's obviously not going to happen. Now, if you want to spend the money, tuning companies are converting or coming up with conversion kits for a V8 for your Bronco. That's going to cost you a lot of money. And since Dodge has been shoving giant V8 engines in absolutely everything they can get their hands on, I feel they thought this was the perfect opportunity to do it with a Wrangler. Reason being, I think they were scared. I think they saw how much attention the Bronco was getting. They saw what this thing is capable of doing, and I feel like they got scared. That's just my thoughts. I feel like they saw a lot of their customers going over to the Bronco side. I think their answer to that now was to give the customers what they wanted with the Bronco that they're not going to get, and that's a V8 engine. And that was a smart play on their part. I do believe that was a very smart play. Honestly, I thought about this for quite a while. And before even the 392 concept came out, I'm like, why don't they put a Hemi in the Wrangler? They've shoved the Hemi and everything else. And I thought if they were going to do it, it was going to be the 5.7 Hemi. Not the 392, which, hey, pleasantly surprised. I'm glad they did. That's a monster of an engine. But, yeah, I mean, wow. That's crazy. The 392 in a Wrangler, smart move. Really is a smart move on Jeep's part. Now, I think they're going to save a lot of their customers that may have went over to the Bronco with that engine. Now, I realize I'm talking as if the 392 concept is a production vehicle, and I'm saying that because I think it's going to be. There's a lot of rumors that it's going to be a production vehicle, and I don't see any reason why it won't. Again, Dodge has shoved V8 engines in every possible thing they've got their hands on. Hell, we even have a new Hellcat Durango out. That's nuts. So why wouldn't you throw something in the Wrangler, especially now that you have competition for the Wrangler? Because up to this point, let's be honest, the Wrangler really not had any competition. There's no other vehicle on the market like it. So if you want an off-road vehicle, just a very rugged, purpose-built vehicle, the Wrangler is the only one you have. But now that the Bronco's out, that's competing directly at the Wrangler, Jeep's got to step their game up, and they did it in a very big way. So my question is, do you think that V8 Wrangler, the 392 Wrangler, if or when it hits production, we don't know. This is purely speculation on my end. So if or when that ever did hit the showroom floor, would that sway you from buying the Bronco? Now, we got the Bronco in one hand, we got the Wrangler in the other hand. Is the engine option for the V8 going to tip the scales for you versus, say, the 2.7 twin turbo V6? You are going to get that cool V8 sound though, but you had the new technology and everything in the Bronco, so it's a hard choice to make. Do you go with the V8 and the Wrangler, or do you go with the twin turbo V6 in the Bronco? Now the Bronco, again, lots of technology in that bad boy, and we know what it can do. So thoughts on that? I need your thoughts on that, where you would go, what your opinions are, and with just the whole idea in general of putting a 392 in a Wrangler. Personally, I think it's pretty cool, and I think it's long overdue. I also want to get your thoughts on the Bronco delivery date and their forecast of, up to 18 months out, basically, is what they're saying. And I want to know if you reserved a Bronco. Did you order one? What model? What trim package? All your options. What did you get? What color did you get? I'm very curious to hear that, who ordered one. So throw your thoughts down on that. Make sure you leave all your comments. Again, please drop a like on the video, and I'll catch you in the next upload.